Check, 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 check. All right, one more minute here, and we'll get this thing changed. I gotta make this happen though first. Sorry, guys, if you're waiting on me. Let me just save that as yes. And every thing should say, there we go. There we go. Move him. Just a couple more seconds, we'll get started. Move that guy to. Oh, come on. All right. Hey, Wallop. Thanks for joining the show. Cisco joined. Thanks for joining the show on whatever they call Periscope. Carlos, thanks for joining the show. We're moving a little slow here. I added a couple things to the stream, and we're just kind of trying to get through the growing pains. Everything looks good though. Yeah, everything looks good. So how's everybody's days going? We're gonna make some pizza, some lefse. Probably have a few beers while we're cooking. Pizza is my religion. Yes, widow. It is definitely a religion. In for you guys streaming on Twitch, in the upper right-hand corner of the stream, those commands will give you paste bin links to the recipes we're going to do today. If you want to follow along, or if you're just curious. Nightbot says get $2 cash back on Bush, Bud, and other beer or grocery items. That should be $3 on Bud. I just bought a case of Bud today at the store, and with the Ibotta app, I got $2 back. No, I got $3 back, which they'll give it to me eventually. I don't know what lefse is. Lefse is a Norwegian style flatbread made of potato flour, little cream, little butter. It's delicious. It's traditionally a item we might have a butter and cinnamon and sugar on, and then roll it up and cut it into like 1-inch circles, rounds. Yesterday on the show, you've actually had those. Yeah, they're good. On my Instagram, I think I just posted a picture of yesterday's lefse smoked salmon and cream cheese. So if you want to follow or check out my Instagram, it's JP, same as my name for everything else, JPFSCHR. So I've got a couple dishes to do here. I've got a cutting board I got to clean. But what's the order here? Did I plan an order? I think I did pizza first. So while we're waiting for this pizza, or while we're waiting for for me to get some dishes done, let's just take a cup of water and warm it up to 110 degrees and start our yeast starter. I'm doing this in the dark because I feel like there might be some feedback from the lamps, but I don't know. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Does this bother you at all with the light on? I don't know. Let's start this. We'll just put it on medium. We'll stick a thermometer in it. And we're going to go up to, like I said, about 110 degrees. Then we'll put a pitch of yeast, like we would for a beer or a wine or something. Oh, you can see more clearly now with the light on? Okay. I don't know what I was trying to prove with the light off, but I looked at it real quick and it looked like it might have been something. Let's come over here. We're just going to do a little cleanup. This is a little messy from yesterday's brutality. Where are my washcloths at? Or actually, that might have been from this morning. It's kind of gross. Sorry. How are the other levels? Are the sound levels fine? Yeah, it's all good. Good. Good news from the last couple shows. Social Blade now has me rated as a C- instead of a D+. Yeah, I know you don't see any pizzas, man. They're coming. We've got a water over here, which we're bringing up to about 110 degrees. Once we get that to 110 degrees, we'll start the dough for the pizza. Hey, RO234, thanks for joining on Periscope. I'm just gonna sanitize this real quick too while we're working on it. You can voice chat on Discord if you'd like to join the Discord chat. You can join the show in real time, and I would like to get to a point where we add video streams. For guest appearances. We'll get there eventually. I think I can do it with Twitch desktop, but I don't know if I'm right or not. Let's check in on our water. It's just at 100 degrees now. So we want about 110 before we get that going. While we're waiting on water to heat up, we'll go ahead and get our bowl, mixer bowl. And we're going to start filling that with flour. Not a ton of it to begin with. I think probably, I do make everything from scratch. I do. Thank you for the follow. I plays God. He's the real chef, yeah. I've got talents. I'm not what you would say a chef, though. I'm more of a pioneer-style cook, heritage cook. Just know how to do stuff. So, what did I say about a cup? We're going to put about a cup in here first before we put the I play CS:GO. Yeah, I'd like to watch. Do you play it on Twitch? I'd like to host some more of the gamers that follow the show that are heavy chatters. So, um, that's something you're into. I'm 23 and never cooked. Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. That you tried to pronounce. Exul Widow. Exul Widow. Oh, it's 11 Widow? No, 12 Widow? 12 Widow. Okay, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of sugar. Ah, 12. Yes, yes. Roman letters. What is that? Sugar? About a teaspoon. And then what I say? Salt. Let's put kosher salt in. Now we'll put iodized salt in. I really like your choice of music, by the way. It's a, thank you very much. It's a public domain. Yeah, mafia music. I play CS Goxt. It is a little mafia music, like somebody's gonna walk in and hit you. What I put in there? Salt and sugar. Let's check the temperature on our water. It got too hot because I'm chatting. Not a big deal. We can cool it down with more water. Oh, that Wesleyan cup I put in the dishwasher, that just had water in it. That's what I was doing with it. All right, 150 down to something else. Let's see what that drops it to. Gussie, get out of here. You can't really see that, can you? We're just gonna make a quick adjustment here. There's all the music. Where's all in freedom units? I am familiar with the metric system. I don't use it. I use freedom units. I mean, if you really want the show to go that way, I suppose we could start measuring everything into grams. Let's see. That needs more water because it's too hot. We're trying to get to 110 degrees on this. Imperial's fine, but I have no idea what the values mean really. Okay, so neither do I. You can go out and buy this. You can go out and buy all these crappy spoons. And let's see, this is 3/4 of a teaspoon. This one's 0.63 milliliters and whatever. If you can't figure out from like this teaspoon what looks like this, then either you're not trying or it really doesn't need to be that accurate when you're cooking anything ever. Well, let me rephrase. When you're cooking the kind of things I cook, the kind of things I make on the show, we don't need a lot of specialized measuring cups and stuff like that. Now, some of the more like advanced things chefs do, they'll probably need to get measurements down to exact numbers, but soup spoon, ice cream spoon, tablespoon, teaspoon. Use this one for tea, use that one for what everything else. Gussie, get down. Gussie, come on, get down. All right, where are we at? It's 125 degrees. I'm so wrong on this. It's impossible to know where we're at. All I needed was 110 degrees. Now I'm guessing. Gussie, go on. at? 125 degrees? Yeah, but for example, I don't know what a cup is. I just know centimeters, liters, or whatever. Okay, so go to your kitchen cabinet and find a cup. Use that. Just use a cup. No problem. You want a pint or 2 cups? 2 cups. 1 pint. But I can still follow it. The eye catches the vague amount. Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get there. Alright, that's close enough. So I need a cup of water. Let's transition back over here. That's really not where that camera should go. I'm having a tough time with my range camera today. That simplified it. Alright, man. Go out and make something. Okay, so we need a cup of water. So we'll just take a cup. We'll make a little mess too. That's fine. Since we're going to add yeast to it, put that cup in a pint. We'll throw some yeast in it. And we're putting 2 pretty good sizes scoops of yeast. We'll just give it a stir. So it looks like chocolate milk. I store my yeast in the freezer for longevity. Okay, we've got salt, we've got pepper. No, we've got salt, we've got sugar, we've got flour. We need oil. Let's just use a little olive oil. Have a sip. It doesn't taste that bad. It's just like a tart taste in the back of your mouth. Where is my oil at? We're going to use an olive oil. It's just water and yeast, man. I'm not a madman. It's just water and yeast. This is a couple tablespoons of oil. That really doesn't need to be stirred up, but I like to do that. Okay, we're probably done with the oil for now. Let's transition back over here to the range because we're going to need the KitchenAid. Is that KitchenAid framed up? It will be, I think, when I clean all this stuff up. So this will go over here. We'll throw a dough hook on it. You know, actually, we're going to throw a mixing hook on this. We don't need that. These guys can go back here. I don't know who bought plums. I did not buy plum cot. What's a plum cot? Where can this go? Put that on the slicer. Will you be making the sauce from scratch? Yes, I will be making the tomato sauce from scratch, and that's really easy. It's a little bit of oil, or no, a little bit of tomato paste, like just a small can of tomato paste, and it's a water, salt, and onion. We'll use a dried onion. We're just going to give this a little, not a big whip, just to mix it up. Now I put 1 cup in there. There's 1 cup of flour in here, and I need like 3 total. So I'm gonna need 2 more cups, and we'll make them healthy cups. So like we'll have 3.5 total cups of flour. All right, dough hook is on. Grab the flour. Is this for you, or will your kids be joining you to eat? No, kids are up with my former wife, so they're not going to be joining us. This will be for me. All right, so there's 1 cup. Is there water in that? Is that why that's sticky? That is water. There was water in that. 2 cups. And I said I want a little bit more, so we'll just, I don't know what that is. Quarter, maybe a half cup. Throw it on the bread dough mixer, lock it. Just give it a little mix. This needs to go away. We need to clean up the water we spilt over here because we're going to need this dough. I like to use a spatula here to knock the flour off of the side of the bowl. You could do this by hand, and we'll do some of this by hand, but not today. Mixer's fine. I don't have any pepperoni, so this will be a sausage pizza. We made sausage yesterday from beef, pork, mostly beef, a little bit of pork, and then all the spices. I think the command for the sausage recipe is beef sausage, exclamation point beef sausage or something like that. Exclamation point beef sausage. Is that right? That is right. Whoops, sorry guys. This dough doesn't look like it's going to be wet enough, so we're going to have to add a little bit more water to it. And that's really why I like to put it in a mixer. So we'll take warm water, not hot. Just from the tap, we don't need to get it from the kettle. And we'll just add a tablespoon at a time, roughly, ½ ounce at a time. You should add a picture of the final cooking in your recipe list. Yeah, we could probably do that. Like what you see, consider hosting the show, and I'll host you right back. I'd like to build a community of friends on the show and on Cooking with the Fishes, and host each other, and when we get really popular, we can turn back and say, I remember you when you were 6 viewers. It's not too much of a hassle. I don't think so. I think I can get some imager posts. You know, for promotion reasons, I should just do it to my Instagram. I've been posting some things on Reddit, and you know, I've had mixed results there. I think the Reddit community's kind of gone downhill, more so than I care to admit. No, it's not too much of a hassle. We can get some links out there. This is starting to come together. Gonna need a little more moisture though. Not a ton, just a little at a time. If you're enjoying the show, you should obviously follow me. Follow me on Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I just added a couple other. Daily Motion, create something or other. We're broadcasting this show to everybody. All right, this is starting to come together, so we'll kill it here. There's some flour at the bottom of this bowl. We'll just bring it up here. Try to make a dough bowl. All right. We might need a little bit more moisture, but I kind of doubt it. I'm gonna strap on. Are you us and A pickled egg's really good. That picture terrifies me. Yeah, I'm gonna eat one here in a second. I haven't had lunch yet. Are you us and A? I don't know what that means. I play CS:GO. This is shorten? Oh, I'm just stupid. From us and Are you from us and US and A? From America? Are you trying to say America? Yeah. I'm an American. I live in Omaha, Nebraska. All right, let's transition. I need to get a beer. You guys want Busch Light or Budweiser today? After we get done kneading this dough, we'll eat some pickled eggs. All right, Busch Light or Budweiser? Where's the flour? Flour's right here. What's the vote, guys? Busch or Bud? Here are the top chatters. What's Busch? Busch Light. I've never had Busch nor Bud. They're both really good. Yeah, water. It is pretty much water. So we'll start with the Budweiser. Then we'll have some pickled eggs after we get done kneading this dough. Eggs look good from the Alien film. Yeah, man. King of Beers. Is that framing up good in the picture here? Yeah, that looks alright. This is gonna need a little moisture, I think. Just a little bit. Don't get too crazy. Terrified of something new like a pickled egg. Pickled eggs are delicious. This is a small amount of bread, so it's really kind of a little more challenging to knead. I'm not quite sure if you're a giant or the dough wasn't as big. No, it's really not that big. There's not a ton of flour in here. About 3.5 cups. We're just going to go until when we need it, it sticks back. I probably should have used shortening instead of vegetable or olive oil, but are you trying to use the bottom of your palms that hurt your hands? No, it's just really kind of tough to grab and knead into a dough ball. I think I'll just throw it back in the mixer and let the mixer knead it. Just want to clean this up a little bit. Hey, name's Henry. Hey, China girl, thanks for joining. All right, we're just gonna go back in the KitchenAid with it. Let the KitchenAid knead the hell out of it. I think you're right. There just wasn't enough dough there. Those are pickled egg, name's Harry, and we're about to enjoy them. We're just gonna transition over here to the range. Let me just get this cleaned up real quick. KitchenAid's kind of struggling with that dough. A little higher speed. I don't want to get too much speed on it. All right. Oh shit. This KitchenAid isn't like the one we had years ago. Those glass bowls just don't. Those glass bowls just don't work the way the aluminum ones did. They slip off all the time. So kneading is the process of letting the gluten form in the dough. There's probably better terms. From a real baker, but it's a process of getting everything to work out in gluten. We're just going to give this knife a sharpen. I haven't sharpened it for a while. Watch that dough fall apart. Then we'll have an egg. Okay, this is a Lansky quad station blade sharpener. It takes to do that by line. How long does it take to do it by hand? Whether or not you do it in the KitchenAid or by hand, it takes roughly the same amount of time. You're looking for about 8 to 10 minutes or so. But the definition from like a baker somebody who went to school to learn how to be an excellent baker, they would probably say once you press the dough, if it jumps right back at you, then it's pretty well done kneading. I'm going to let it go for another minute. These just went in yesterday, so they may not be entirely pickled. They're good enough to eat, though. I like mine a little salt. Maybe a little bit of pepper. Where's the pepper at? I can't find the pepper. We're good. They need probably another week to come. Name's Henry. Yeah, regular salt is gross. Yeah, kosher salt's a little better. I do have a little Tabasco. Throw a little Tabasco on it. That's good too. And when I mean little Tabasco, I mean little Tabasco. Pink salt tastes so much better. Don't have any pink salt. That's a sea salt. Name's Henry. Is that right? Pink salt, I think, is a sea salt or a Himalayan. Blue salt's the best salt. I play six goes. We have a salt stone in my home. I never use it low. What's a salt stone? Is it something that you can go to and collect your own salt, or are you talking about a salt rock for horses to lick? So when the dough is done kneading, we put it in a bowl and fill that, or not fill it, but coat that bowl with a little bit of, not much, just a little bit of shortening. Let's go back over here. Let's transition again. Transition, come on. Go. There we go. It's a tiny pebble that you shred. Okay. We're just going to coat this bowl really good with shortening. A little bit more. It's a little pebble that you shred. I don't know if shred is the right word for it. Okay. But the same way you shred carrots. Okay. English isn't my native tongue, sorry. No problem. 12 widow. Okay, dough comes out. Form it into a ball. Drop the ball in the bowl. Now, you know a dough is pretty well kneaded when you push on it and it slowly jumps right back into place. And it's got a smooth exterior surface. This size really wasn't something that I think I could have kneaded out for the way it needed to be done in the mixer. So what I like to do here, and this is kind of optional, but in my book it's kind of recommended, is to grab some saran wrap, and we're just going to grease the top of that. But this is plastic wrap, it doesn't have to be saran, but we're just going to grease the top of it too. That'll go right on top. That way when the dough doubles in size, because it will double in size, it won't stick to the saran. Alright. Or plastic wrap, I should call it plastic wrap. Unless Saran wants to be a sponsor of the show, I should stop using brand name names. Okay, take a dish towel. Name's Henry. How long does that take? 40 minutes to an hour. It'll double in size. The thing is, you need a nice warm area for it, which we don't natively have right now. So I'm just going to put it in the microwave and shut the door. And while I'm waiting for this kettle to boil, we'll start work on another project. We'll start work on lefse. But we're going to put a kettle on, and I'll show you why in a minute. We're just going to get it up to a boil. We're going to do a little cleanup. Whoops. We just put a piece of cloth over it. Yeah. It's not hot enough and humid enough right now for it to raise naturally, so I'm going to have to create a proofing box out of the microwave. We're going to prep toppings, but we have a whole hour until this dough raises. So we are going to do that, but we're also going to start on some lefse. And in order to start on the lefse, we're going to need to get we're going to need to do a few dishes. So that'll work. I appreciate your patience and hope you're enjoying the show. What is it? Lefse is a Norwegian flatbread made of potato and flour and butter and cream that you put on a skillet and bake it or fry it or whatever on a pretty high hot griddle, 375 to 400 degrees. I ate all of it, so I don't have any to show you. It'll come up though. We'll get some. I'm not from Norway. My grandmother is Norwegian. She passed a few years ago, and this is her recipe. And coincidentally enough, the recipe came from a grill that she bought several years ago. So we're gonna need potatoes, like 8.5 ounces of potatoes for the lefse. And I think 8.5 ounces is the 2 cups we were looking for. But right now we just have a little cleanup to do. Not much. Just a few moments. I'd like to thank you all for being on Cooking with the Fishes today. If you'd like to join me in real time, Discord is the place to go. Just log in and join the chat stream. Did I not join it? I may not have joined it. Let me check. Discord. I didn't. Now I'm in it. So now if you join Discord and join the chat stream for Talk to the Fishes, I'm in the stream channel. Then you'll be guest live on the show. So we're going to move on to the lefse, and the lefse is not going to take very long. Then we'll prep toppings for pizza, then we'll make a pizza. It is spooky to join the voice chat. 12 Widow. Are you a streamer at all? It does take you out of your comfort zone a little bit. I had a guy yesterday on Discord with us. It was, what was his name? Cybernethy, I think is what it was. And as a challenge, I had him Google. Well, one of the chatters said he wanted to do a fried onion, like an onion ring. So I challenged the guy in Discord, Cybernethy, to Google a recipe for onion rings. And without showing it to me, just kind of walked me through it. So we did, and the onion rings turned out really good. Now I remember it was Z Demon 23 from on Twitch that wanted to do the onion ring, and they weren't coming out right at first, so we had to make a little change. And instead of putting them in the fry basket, we had to fry them just by dropping them in the fryer and using a skewer to flip them. They turned out pretty good. Rarely above 10 viewers though. That's fine. 12 Widow, I can host you if you'd like when you're on. I don't have a ton of followers, and the ones I do have are pretty cool though. They might come in and say, hey. We've almost got a boil on our kettle. All right, 2 more dishes after this. All right, so with that water, I just want a bowl of it. And we're going to put that bowl right in the microwave oven at the back where our dough is sitting, where our pizza dough is sitting. And that'll build a environment that'll be more conducive for yeast to rise in that bread. Frank Sinatra, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman of the board. So we're going to work on the lefse here in a moment. For those in the Twitch chat, it's exclamation point lefse. Your microwave must be big, dude. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a Whirlpool, and it's the length of the stove plus 3 inches, maybe. And it's got a hood underneath it, a vent underneath it. I'll show you when I get this done. Here we go. You really can't get all the way up in there, but in the back you can see that steam coming out. That's going to build a nice little environment for our pizza dough to raise the way we want it to. Just have a cutting board, 2 cutting boards, and then we'll move on to the lefse. It's like 75 degrees here in Omaha. A little overcast. Not too bad. Blue skies, maybe 80%. Yeah, that's a big microwave. All right, there's 1 cutting board. If you'd like to see some more of our creations, we're posting them on Instagram. where you can really kind of creep in. It's the same Instagram as JPFSCHR, just like my Twitch name or Periscope name or YouTube name or wherever you're at watching us. Nightbot says, if you're enjoying the stream, you should obviously follow me. We can do a lot of fun with this stream. We will in 2018 have a fishing stream. We'll go trout fishing. We will have a hunting stream if we can get enough followers and viewers and concurrent viewers. We'll go hunting and shoot some birds. Maybe some rabbits. And then we'll eat them because they're delicious. Delicious creatures. What's a good pickled egg? Alright, we don't need this oil or this grease anymore. We'll need it later, but not right now. We don't need the eggs, we can put those away. Alright, we don't need this plate. Salt we don't need just yet either, but we do need potatoes. We'll get, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. Oh, that's an ugly potato. And a slicer. Are we on the right stream here? Let's transition over to the... There we go. And bring this in a little bit closer. Perfect. We'll cut this ugly one up first. No, no, not my skins! This is an ugly potato. So we're just going to take the skins off. Alright. There we go. There's one. Is that my phone? No. Oops. What happened? Alright, so we're going to need 2 cups of potatoes, roughly the equivalent of 8.5 ounces. Hope your days are going well. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? I'd like to know. I do enjoy a little weather. We'll take a break here in a little bit and maybe read the USDA beef reports, cutout reports. Just a few moments, not very long. Just get these skins off. I can't concentrate with this lady singing in my ears. Jeez, that's hot.
Grand to be alive, to be young, to be mad, to be yours alone. Grand to feel your lips, feel your touch, hear your voice say, I'm all your own. I didn't know what time it
All
was.
potatoes are equally beautiful, yeah?
Life was no prize. I needed
Under the
love
skin, I
and
guess.
toys shining out of
That one I
you
just cut up was
so
unreasonably
bright.
ugly.
And I know what time it is now. I
Alright,
know
so
what time it
that's a
is
start. I want to get rid of some of
now.
this green spots on the potato. That's just because it's a little, some oxidation, I believe. Not 100% sure. Okay, we can clean up this now. Because we're, for the most part, done with that. Where's my cleaner? Here it is. We've got coons in the backyard in the neighborhood, raccoons. Else I would put this on a, I'd throw it out um, in a pile to make fertilizer out of it. But if I do that, the coons will come up and freak out and eat everything in it. Okay, so we're gonna need a pot because we gotta boil these potatoes down. You don't need a very big pot. How big is that one? We'll take this one. And we're gonna keep an eye on what these weigh. How's it working here? We'll give these a wash though. Do a little cleanup. Now we could boil these whole. You mean some cute trash pandas? Yeah, definitely mean some cute trash pandas. We could boil these down in one, just whole, but we're not going to. The reason we're not going to is because they'll boil faster if they're smaller in size. But we are going to run our knife through the sharpener real quick. 17-degree. 20-degree. 25-degree. 30-degree. And what I understand is these types of sharpeners are a good way to ruin these blades. And that might be the case. I don't know if you can really see that. I can't really see it. But the blade's not, it's not getting sharp as it would if I had a stone. Hey Keely, thanks for joining. Hope your day's going well. We're making some lefse. Just measuring potatoes now. I'm gonna weigh out 8.5 ounces. Probably more than that, like 9. Hey Chloe, how's your day going? Welcome to the show. Keely joined back. She must have got disconnected. There's not a whole lot of room on this cutting board. I get that. But, oh, I didn't get there fast enough. Alright, so that's an ounce. That's 2 ounces. 2.8, 2.96 ounces. We're going to have to work faster or this is going to go off. 3.1 ounces. 3.32. What's the other platform people are watching on? Why do you need $250 for groceries? So feel free to empty your bank account. It's just a donation goal. What other platforms are people watching from? Periscope right now. Mixer. Um, let's see. YouTube. Um, howdy, tall Texan. That's Mixer. That's Mixer chiming in right now. Where else are we at? There's a couple more. I'll read you the whole list. I have to look at it though. I don't know off the top of my head. That's 5.8 ounces, 6.2 ounces. We don't need these to be precise. We just want them smaller. Lol, I'm broke as heck, but I'll see what I can do. Chloe, save your money. But I hope you're enjoying the stream. 7.1 ounces. So, how's the weather out from where you're all out? Hello, it's Tabby Catsy. Thanks for joining the show. Tabby's a friend that hosts, and she streams a lot of horror survival games lately. 8.4 ounces, 8.9 ounces. We'll take the rest of this potato and we'll feed probably the rest of it to the dogs. Or maybe we'll make a potato and spam or something. All right, that's 10 ounces, 11.32 ounces. Yep. What's cooking? Right now we're making some lefse. Texan, we've got a little bit of pizza dough in the proof box. So we're waiting for the pizza dough to rise up. And when that pizza dough gets up there, we'll make some pizza. Freezer lol. Yum. Did I say freezer? I meant proof box. Like great grandfather's pizza? Yes, Chloe. Just like great grandfather's pizza. Same recipe. It'd be fun, Chloe, if you could join the show on Discord and chat with me in real time. The pizza recipe that we're using today is my great grandfather's pizza recipe. Pizza dough recipe. Do you know if that pizza will be at the picnic, or are you going to the picnic? I am going to the picnic. The pizza will likely not be at the picnic, since the picnic is traditionally a fried chicken. But I'm sure if you called Grandpa Rankin, he might have some. Hello, how are you, Problem Maker 88? It's good to have you back on the show. Welcome back. So these potatoes we're just going to soak in water, cold water, until we decide what we're going to do with them. There's not much of it there. I guess if you want to know exactly how much there's there, we can weigh it. We've got a little time, because that we're waiting for the other ones to boil, or the other potatoes to boil. So these potatoes weigh 3.03 ounces. Cries, I know this. I know those moments. Sorry, I'm reading that over my shoulder. When you're hungry and you watch someone cook, yeah. Those masochistic moments. If you're anywhere near Omaha, Nebraska, it'd be great to have you on the show. We'll feed you, make you a little something, maybe even let you decide what you're going to eat. Whoops. Go back online. There we go. Nightbot says you can voice chat in real time using Discord, and 12 widows crying. So our potatoes are boiling. Let's make a pizza sauce. We've got a little bit of time here. So for a pizza sauce, we're going to use a tomato paste. Just regular old-fashioned tomato paste. Cheapest one you can buy is probably the best. If you can make your own tomato paste, that's definitely a plus. I don't know if we're going to use that again. We probably won't. We'll put that in the sink. I'll just hop on my elk from Finland and fly right over. My cousin and his wife used to live in Finland. She came from there, and he came from a small town in Brown County called Ainsworth, Nebraska. I can't remember where she's from. Your Finlandian euro would be at a premium over here, so you could buy more stuff. So I mean, there's that. It's only like 14% higher, I think. Aren't you guys part of the European Union? Hey, Flenny welcome back to the show. All right, so what's the price of the euro in dollars?
€1 equals $1 and 19 cents.
$1.19. Very nice. Social Blade followed. Oh yeah, they I mentioned them in a tweet today. I need to follow them back too. Social Blade is the people that rate our settings on Twitch. How do I go do that? I'll do that later. You guys don't need to wait to watch that. How many different streams do you have? Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, Dailymotion, Mixer, and Picarto. One's on Mixer, 7 are on Twitch, and I can't tell how many, if any, are on the other ones. Where's the chat at? What's this say? Really enjoying your cooking streams. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Dunk the God. Dunk the God. Okay, we're making a... What are we doing? Pizza sauce? I'm glad you call it a cooking show and not a chef show, because I'm not a chef. I'm nothing like that. That spatula that I used earlier, I need to wash that real quick and use it again. So I guess you did ask how many, not what I'm streaming on. Damn, that's many. Hope some more will come on Mixer. Yeah, I hope so too. It'd be nice to get a little bit of people over there on Mixer. Okay, you asked for how many? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. Whoops. Okay, so in this tomato sauce for the what's it called? Pizza? It's just a can of tomato paste. This is just regular old tomato paste that I sourced at a Fairway. I don't know why I ripped the can off, but so we're gonna empty that can and make a mess out of it. Okay, 1 can of water. I was just using hot water, so we're gonna let this cool off a second. And dump 1 can of water right in. Try to get everything we can out of the can. Throw out the can. Or use it for grease. But I have enough grease cans, so. Alright, salt. We're gonna go with kosher salt today instead of the iodized salt. So, teaspoon of salt. And we need oregano today. So, we're gonna grab about a teaspoon of oregano. That might be a little bit more, but it's fine. Oops, let's put that back. We're still on the right stream, right? Or on the right transition? Yeah. We're looking good. Alright, so we're done with the oregano. We have salt. We have oregano. Now we need onion. So let's get some onion out. And this is just a minced onion. And there's plenty of water in here, so it'll rehydrate by itself. And we're going to go with about a tablespoon of that. And that's the recipe. However, we're going to put in a little bit more because I like onion on my pizza. Hey Vince, thanks for joining on Periscope. Glad you're here. Hope your day's going well. You're on Cooking with the Fishes, and we just made a pizza sauce out of the spices you likely have in your cabinet and a can of tomato paste and a can of water. It was a 6-ounce tomato paste, 6 ounces of water, teaspoon both of salt and oregano. We used a pizza hoot hoot. Welcome to the show. It's a demon. The demon is chop chatter at the moment. Or was the last time rankings came out. Or maybe, no, it's a projecting. I'm projecting the demon to be top chatter next time rankings come out. That's some fancy onion you got there in the States. Yeah, Flanny, it's just a little dried onion. We're going to rehydrate it. It's more salt. I should have used the iodized salt instead of that kosher salt. Alright, let's try that now. A little more salt. No, I'm fat and old. My blood pressure's high. No more salt. I love salt. Tastes delicious. Pizza and hot wings, lol. Laugh out loud. I do have some chicken in the fridge. We could break down a hot wing. How are we gonna make it though? Nightbot says voice chatting in real time using Discord. Flanny Nader's laughing. Would be nice if we. I don't really want to bring the pizza and spam. We could put some spam on the pizza. I do have like 4 ounces of spam we need to eat too. If we do pizza and spam, it's got to be almost like a Canadian Let me think about that for a minute. But first, why don't you guys come over here? Pizza and Spam. If we had a thin sliced Spam, it would make a topping on the pizza. That'd be fine. Be fine with me. I think we'll do that. I also have pork and chicken and just a little bit of beef. I don't have any bacon. Sorry, Flanninator. Oh yeah, we've got bacon Spam from the other day. We can put that on the pizza. Budweiser pizza and a classic beer. Budweiser pizza and a classic beer. Now I know what it is. Happy to be joined. Thank you for joining the show. Happy to be. Welcome to Cooking with the Fishes. We're making pizza today. Lefse. And was there something else we're going to do? I can't remember. Um, Sorry, just one more dish to clean. All right. Hey, name's Henry. Welcome back to the show. Thanks for joining. We're making lefse pizza. Are we making something else, or is it just those two things? Oh, I forgot about the USDA. We're gonna do the box cutouts. See what beef's doing. I kind of liked that segment of the show yesterday, and it didn't take that long. It was just a few minutes. So let's do that. Wait, let's check this lefse first. We're just gonna grab a couple potato, or one potato. Come on, any one of you. Any one of you guys. Is that a good look? Can you see the potato? Yeah, you guys can. Did I miss the prep work? No, I mean, we got, we'll be prepping for the whole show. Yeah, that's done. So let's get to work on that before we do the next thing. And for that, we're gonna need a bowl. And we'll kill the power on the oven. We're gonna grab a sandwich Ziploc bag because we wanna cool these potatoes as fast as possible. What's all going on the pizza? So Demon, so far we are gonna put a we're gonna do Spam, sauce, mozzarella, and I've got a beef sausage that we made yesterday. You were here for the beef sausage yesterday, which has just a little bit of pork in it. Okay, we got a potato ricer. Before we get too carried away with the tomato ricer, or the potato ricer, I'm gonna grab a little half and half, a little butter, not that butter. I'll use new butter. And I don't have any pepperoni, I don't. So no pepperoni. We'll make it a tablespoon. So tablespoon of butter goes in the bag. Tablespoon of half and half goes in the bag. Potato ricer sits on top of the bag. Like so. Potato slicer opens. Potatoes go in slicer. But first we need potatoes, so we'll grab them over here. Drain them real quick. We're gonna need a. Hey Ron, thanks for joining the show on Periscope. Glad you're here. Potatoes go right in the slicer, in the ricer. Just give them a good little squeeze right into our butter and half. Doesn't have to be half and half. You could make it cream. You could make it 2% milk, 1% milk, skim milk if you must eat that stuff. It's gross. All right. One more squeeze of potato and we'll be all set. Hit that with a little bit of Ajax and hot water. What's the potato smasher? It's a potato ricer from Bell, Maine, or Bell, Maine manufactured potato ricer. Just mashes your potatoes in a very efficient manner. And we're going to put them right into this quart bag. And the reason we want to put it in a quart bag with the butter and the butter will melt here eventually. Yeah, it's a potato ricer. That butter's going to melt here any minute. These potatoes are still pretty hot. But we don't need to really wait for it. So what I'm going to do now is just fill up this Ziploc bag, shut it almost all the way. There we go. We need to chill these in order to make lefts on the show. We don't have a whole lot of time to chill something just by using the natural element, so we'll put it on a plate. You can kind of see that butter in there still. That's fine. We're going to need that dough eventually. We'll just cover what's in the ice box with what's in the ice box. That'll chill pretty quick. All right, we don't need this bowl anymore. We can get that cleaned up. We don't need the half and half. We're done with the butter, but we're gonna leave it out. Put it on this butter tray of other butters. And thanks for joining, Keith. Hope you're doing well. All right, potatoes are chilling. We have the sauce made for the pizza. We need to wash the cutting board. Clean up the work area a little bit. And we've got a few minutes. Let's transition over here.
me with your kisses. Just how much you care. Tell me how much you care, baby. Let unload me.
Is it somebody on the Discord? Sound is gone. Oh no, no sound.
To the love song we're sharing, we're sharing. Whisper, that's your mind, dear.
Yeah, I think we're having technical difficulties because I didn't do this right.
Come on and sing. Come on
Sorry
and
about that.
sing. Little,
So if I go back to here and put in a audio source, right? Audio input capture, and I use the headset. Check, 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 check. Yeah, that's there now. So if we transition back over, you should be able to hear that now. So we'll just start over. Sorry if I lost you all there. So the nationally daily box beef cutout values for box beef cuts based on negotiated prices and volume of box beef cuts delivered within 0 to 21 days and on an average industry cutting yields. Values reflect US dollars per hundredweight or 100 pounds. For Wednesday, August 30th, box beef cutout values steady to firm on light to moderate demand and light offerings. Select and choice rib, chuck, round, and loin cuts steady to firm. Beef trimming sharply lower on light demand and heavy offerings. So choice rib, chuck, round. Choice ribs are up here in the rib cage, and select ribs are up there too. Chuck and round, those guys are down here where the loins are at and where the butts are at. I don't know if the cursor's tracking my screen or not. But when you break that down, it's mostly just the steaks and roasts for the most part. And then beef trimmings, like hamburger, was secondary. Did that not work? Is all sound gone? Huh. No, that's fine. How about this one? That doesn't sound enough. No, that's how it should be. Whoops. Huh. Is that too loud? Check, check, check. Alright, I need to spend a little bit of time working on stuff before I do that again. Oops. Anywho, we should be back to the normal now. I'm just going to check out Mixer and make sure. Yeah, that works. Does that work? That works. Look. Whoops, I don't want to manage, I just want to see my channel. How do I see my channel? Pizza food. Potatoes are chilling. Okay, that works. There we go. Alright. Okay, so let's move on to the left side. Is this potato chilled or not? It's not chilled yet. So let's fry. We can move this off. It's moving. It's chilling pretty good. All right, let's fry up those sausages. We don't need a very big pan. Let's move over to the range transition. There we go. Does that look right? Yeah, it's all right. Okay. We'll preheat the skillet. We'll go medium heat, I think. Yeah. And we'll grab our beef sausages out of the fridge, which we probably should have brought out earlier. They smell delicious. I think we're gonna fry these and then crumble them. So we're gonna preheat this. We're gonna fry a little bit of sausage. We used this pan yesterday, this cast iron. So we're gonna put it away today after it's been cleaned and dried. But before I put it away, I'm just gonna lightly dust the inside of it with shortening. Just keep any rust from building up. Keep it lubricated. Whoops. All right. A little bit more shortening on here. Maybe one more pass. That that shortening will sink right into that cast iron. Keep it nice and lubricated. Maybe a little bit on the top too. Not a ton. Just around the edges. Alright. That's not where I put it. Where did I put this thing? It goes way up there, doesn't it? Alright, we should have a preheated oven by now, or a preheated skillet by now. We do. We'll do 2 of them. Let's do all of them. Yeah. I know we just made them yesterday, but let's get them out of here. Get them cooked and get them eaten. It'll be pretty good pizza, I think. Quality control check. Sounds good to me. So we'll just fry these up. Maybe put a fan on. Exhaust that awesome smell. Alright, what else do we have here? We're going to put some Spam on it, so we're going to slice that. We are going to need to cut some cheese up. The mozzarella we had yesterday. Those potatoes ought to be cooling up here, chilling down pretty quick. I thought Social Blade followed us on. Did I not read that? Maybe I did not. Where's that? Yeah, we're gonna follow them. Home of the Social Blade statistics, the #1 place to see how you rank on your YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and tweet, or created by @Urgo. Definitely gonna follow them. All right, take a look at these sausages. Give them a little flip. We're gonna add a little bit of moisture maybe to these. Drop the temperature a little bit. Dogs are dying here. They think they're gonna get some food. I think it'd be nice to get a directional microphone and get the sounds of the stove. Plug them in with. I tried to do it from the camera, but the camera really didn't work the way I wanted it to. So, let's just cut into one of these and take a look at it. Okay, it's still a little red in the middle, so we'll give it a little bit more time. But I think this sausage will crumble real easy. Not overly fatty. It's a pretty good sausage, I think. Yeah, it's done. So it's going to go on the pizza, so we're just going to crumble it. It's done for the most part. We'll give it just a few more moments. Kill the heat. That's pretty good, I think. Alright, so let's move it off into a dish. I think we'll just leave the fat in there with it. It's got a great smell. Alright, we can just set that to the side. We're not going to use it for a little bit. We kind of want it to chill before we get into it too much. Let's move over to our work area. Check, check. Check, check, check.
I couldn't dream a dream until you showed me the way. The moment you found me, the shadows around me just disappeared from view. The world became rosy, each corner so cozy.
So, let's see, we've got our sauce done. Our sausage is done. Let's drain this water off the potato. And we'll just check the temperature. Yeah, it's fine. So we're done with this plate. We'll dump the ice cubes. Do a little cleanup here on our work area because we are going to need a clean and sanitized work area. Alright, so So let's hit that with the cleaner.
Oh, the moment you found me, the shadows around me just disappeared from view.
Where's
The
that
world
washcloth at?
became rosy, torn and so cozy, darling, all because of you.
Hey Michelle, thanks for joining the show on
You
Periscope.
showed
Glad you're here.
me the
We're making
way.
lefse pizza and
And if I've learned that love can be
that's
a
about it for today.
paradise for you and me,
Just gonna clean
here's
this work
all
area up,
I can say.
dry it, hit it with sanitizer.
Oh, you showed me the way.
That dries real quick, but we'll go over it with the towel anyway. And once with the sanitizer, we'll hit with the sanitizer. Alright, so work area is clean and sanitized. For the left, so we're going to need a little bit of flour. We might need a little bit more moisture, but we'll find out when we get to that point. So we're going to start with about a cup. Hey Sam G, thanks for joining. Hey Raul Cheviano, thanks for joining. We're making a little lefse and pizza today. And you're just getting to the point where we're going to make a lefse dough. Now we'll take our lefse that just got done chilling, or our potato I should say, which is potato, butter, and cream, or half and half. We'll dump it right on top of the flour. You can kind of see the butter didn't melt all the way, but that's fine. We're going to knead this in. All right. So there are the potatoes. Now we're just going to make a little dough. And get a knead going on it. The tricky part is to make a dough without making a huge mess. Knowing when to use the moisture, when to add moisture to it. I don't know if we're going to have to add anything to this or not. We'll find out here in a minute or two. There was some butter in here earlier. Can't find it now. Hey, MILF Hubby's View. Thanks for joining the show. Yeah, we're going to need moisture for this. Not a ton of it. But we kind of saw that was going to come. So, hey Kelly, thanks for joining. Cooking with the fishes today. Drop a little moisture in there. This is just a regular old half and half. Keep it close by if we need it. And we'll start over and see if we can't make that dough. You can really feel that moisture now. The lefse that we make doesn't have a whole lot of calories. It's something like 77 calories per per wrap. Hello, Esponge. Estela. Thank you for joining the show. The low calorie in the lefse is really great when we wrap it with roast beef because it makes a nice little diet wrap. I don't really eat all of it. My partner eats most of it. She's on a health kick, and you know how that goes. Alright, so we're making a dough. It's not coming together as perfectly as we wanted, but it will. Just gotta keep working through it. We'll get something eventually. Like that. Oh, that fell apart. Hello, RV Men. Meets Deal. Dennis Rocky joined. Thanks for joining the show, Dennis. Alright, so that's a pretty decent amount of dough. It's a little sticky. It's not crazy though, but it's enough to work with. So we are going to proceed to knead this out. And to do that, we're going to need a little flour. Keep stretching those glutes. Thanks, Harvey. We'll set a timer here for a few minutes. So we're just going to knead this. Into a lefse dough. It's a really small amount of dough to work with, so it's rather tough to knead. For the love we knew must last. If I ever thrill again, we're just gonna keep kneading it through. Try to get all that moisture out of it. And I never will. So if you're just joining us, and I know some of you are, great music by the way, kind of relaxing. It is Arby. Frank Sinatra. Thanks for joining the show, Con CK. Hope your day's going well. You're on Cooking with the Fishes, and we're making a little lefse. It's a Norwegian flatbread. Low calorie. Hope you die from gunshot wounds. Thanks, Con CK. Appreciate that. I do have my own set of guns here, so if you'd like to challenge me, you are more than welcome to try. Alright, so we're going to need this just a little bit more. Omaha, Nebraska. Why don't you send me a picture when you get here, and I'll meet you at the sheriff's station, and we'll draw down, see how that works out for you. Alright, so we have a nice little dough going here. Whoops, we need that screen. Alright, where are we at? We've been kneading for about 3 minutes now. And I think that'll be good. Hey Harvey, what about the signs at the bottom? Not sure what signs you're talking about. Alright, so we're just going to form that into a little ball, and we'll weigh it And we're kind of a little bit here. Oops.
To see the world.
We've got a nice little sausage over here.
To see. We're after
The dollar signs.
the same.
Oh, there's those are just donators on the stream. Guys who donate on the stream. And you're more than welcome to donate.
My huckleberry friend.
Hello, Rizzo, Frank Rizzo. Thanks for joining the show. We're making a little lefse. We just need to do a little cleanup here, and then we'll weigh that lefse out and measure it out. And move on with our pizza. All right. Good afternoon. Thanks, Frank Rizzo. Catildi. Achilles. Catildi. I think that probably means join in some language. All right. So what are we at? We're gonna weigh this. Then we're gonna probably break it down into 6 of them, 18.41 ounces. 18.41 divided by 6, 3.068 ounces. That's a little, is that a little big? I think I like them a little smaller, don't I? I don't know. When was the last time I did this? Let's see. Sean, thanks for joining the show, Cooking with the Fishes. We're about to have a lefse iron party going. We're going to roll out some lefse and fry it up on a skillet, or burn it on the skillet. We've got pizza dough in the fridge, and we've got some sausage, some homemade pizza sauce, beer on the side, Oliver M. Beer Adam Katidi, welcome. If you know what, if you know English, you can certainly type what welcome is in your language in the screen, and all might learn something today. Okay, we're gonna go with maybe 70s. 18.41 ounces, was it? Divided by 7. 2.631. We're gonna do that. $2.631. 3.14. I can get pie all day long. 2.75. 2.47. That'll do it. 2.61. Oops, that's too fat. Way too fat. 3.53. I'm way off. 2.65. We're looking for 2.631. 3.07, 2.79, 2.54, so that little guy right there makes 2.68, close enough. Let's take all this and see what that all that weighs. 3.70, so we'll drop it. Keep dropping it. 2.75, not really disappointed with that. 2.57, I can live with that. iPad, thanks for joining. Love your work. That's way too big too. I'm just killing this today. 3.67. We're looking for 2.631. That's 2.68. I can live with that. 3.07. 2.79. 2.33. 2.50. 2.68. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2.616. 2.507. Alright, so we got it. We'll just roll these into balls. And pat them down into little patties because we're going to roll them out. We're pretty much done with the scale. What kind of potato did you use for the left side? Zunk the God. I used just to rustle it. And I think it was just a shade over 9 ounces. Maybe 10. It wasn't too much more than that. Alright, that's a good start. We don't need this beer can. Our dough's rising up just fine in the proof box, which is just my microwave with a little hot water in it. And we'll flatten that out. Every road I walk along, I walked along with you, no wonder I'm so lonely. The sky is blue and high above, the moon is new, so is love and war. Ace joined, thanks for joining, Ace. Hope you're doing well. It'd be nice to know what kind of weather you're having and where you're from. Alright, so there's 7 left side, which I'm assuming is a plural of left side, I don't know. And they weigh about 2.6 ounces. Hey Swan Boat, thank you. I don't know Mandarin, but we might be able to translate that. It probably says join, doesn't it? Could be Japanese, I don't know that either. But, you know, there's a lot of things I don't know. Alright, I think we're done with the salt. We don't need the salt. We are going to need some flour, though. Alright. So we're going to need a rolling pin here, I think. Listen to this. Sounds like a trumpet solo. Which is awfully sad. So we're just gonna roll this out slowly. Make it really, really thin dough that we can put on the iron. I've got to know what the name of this song is. Duke Ellington, Sonnet for Sister Kate. God, that's just beautiful. moving on. That's not as round as I would normally would like it, but we can live with it, I think. Hey, Scott Pruitt, thanks for joining. Oh my God, my Russian is horrible. I can't even read Cyrillic. What does it say? Um, yeah, I can't read Cyrillic. Welcome. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking for. So we'll get a plate. We'll just gently throw it on the plate. Add a little more flour. We have a drink of beer. This is a Budweiser today. I got $3 off a case of Budweiser by using the Ibotta app. All right. April Boyle joined. Welcome to the show, April. We're making a pizza. We're making some lefse. So far, the toppings for welcome to the show, Michael Rose. So far, April, the toppings for the pizza are Jahan Al joined. Welcome to the show, Jahan Al. April, so far, the toppings for the pizza are Spam, beef sausage, cheese, and that might be it. Fattening food. Hello, hi from the UK. Thank you, Michael Rose. Yesterday on the show, we did a UK style bean. I know how you guys like your beans and toast. I don't think you call it beans and toast, though. You call it something else. The one where you take your beans and you throw them over a sourdough bread. We made some of those yesterday, and they were delicious. I didn't have any sourdough bread, so I had an English muffin with them and some homemade beef sausage. Today we're making lefse. Onder Bazak joined. Katiti. Dennis joined. Welcome to the show. Thank you, Michael Rose. This is public domain music. Streaming from a Swiss server, I think. Hello, Dennis. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. We're making a little pizza, but right now we're doing lefse. And we're just going to roll this lefse out. That's an interesting thing. Blends well with the cuisine. Yeah. Thank you. All right, we went a little thinner on this one. Rod joined. Thanks for joining, Rod. And these lefse are going to turn out to be a little crazy because I just can't get them rolled into an adequate round ball. That's fine. Everybody likes new shapes, don't we? Las Vegas Metro joined. Welcome. Do love your town. Thank you for having such a great town. Jack Lemon joined. Jack W. Lemon joined. Welcome to the show, Jack. We're making a little pizza. Lefse, having a little fun. This one might actually turn out to be an oval. The last lefse I made was, I don't know, Monday or Sunday. And on my Instagram page, which is the same as my Periscope and Twitch names, JPFSCHR, I think I posted a picture not long ago of the lefse. And I did it with a smoked salmon and cream cheese filling, which turned out pretty delicious. But I don't get to eat it. I just get to hear it's delicious. The lefse is for my partner, who is a little bit more of a picky eater and doesn't necessarily like spam eggs and gravy like I do. So she likes lefse laps with fresh fish, smoked, or roast beef and cheese, a little Havarti. Alright, we are going to do these lefse before we move on to the pizza. And before we can get directly to the pizza, we do really need to make some cheese. Well, we don't have to make the cheese. We'll just grab some. I've got a pound of mozzarella in the Frigidaire. We'll just hit it with a grinder and get what we need from it. Yesterday on the show we fried some onion rings, and I decided we'd fry a little mozzarella too in a beer batter. It did not work out the way I wanted it to. I was looking for more of a hard cheddar or sharp cheddar. So when we hit the grocery goal, I'll buy some sharp cheddar and we'll do a beer batter. Cheese curd. And some onion rings. I like onion rings. They do take a little longer to cook than you'd expect if they weren't frozen and already cooked once, but fresh onion rings are really good. So if anybody's wondering what the recipe is for this lefse, it's just right here. You can grab that paste bin. Shouldn't be a lot of ads or anything. Should be a pretty clean site. Open source lefse. Ad-free lefse. I like putting my recipes out there on Pastebin. It makes for a little bit more ad-free recipe viewing alternative to the shite I see on the internet. I don't know if you guys Google recipes, but you can hardly view a recipe on the internet without seeing 15 billion ads. Pet peeve, I guess. know, since we're gonna have the lefts iron out, we could make that a real thin crust pizza and start it on the lefts iron. What do you guys think about that? All right. So let's get the lefts iron out. We don't need to squash this onion just yet. I don't know if we're gonna use that. Dogs outside. Linus, Jenny. Come on. All right. So let's set that to the side. We might need it later. Maybe we'll just do a once over on this. What's that camera doing? And we'll grab the left iron. This is a heritage grill. It was my grandmother's, and I received it after she passed. The heating element didn't work in it when I got it, so I got a replacement heating element for it. The replacement heating element just came from a regular old skillet you would buy at any other store. Dunk to God, save the lesser recipe. I'll be trying this out this weekend. Great. Hope you do enjoy it. It's Grandma Rankin's recipe. Bless her soul. How does that frame up? Looks pretty good. We can go maybe a little closer. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so this is going to preheat. And we're going to go up to 400 degrees. I think I might just give it a wipe down real quick. Yeah, it's warming up quick. It'll take a few moments to get to 400, but I don't know if I can. Where's my Instagram? Where's my lefts? I thought I posted a picture of lefts on Instagram. Did I not do that right? I don't know. Sometimes you have all this technology and who knows, just things don't work the way they should. Where's the... Okay. There we go. We'll share that to Instagram, obviously. There we go. Crop your photo now. Just share the photo, man. I don't understand why they gotta make this so difficult. Lefse and smoked salmon. Technically, there's a creme fraiche in there too, but it's all right. All right, where are we at? We're still preheating? Yeah, we're still preheating. Now, if I go to my page and reload this, Lefse should be there. There it is. Now, if I click, what does that do? Is that the link for the post? This may or may not be the link. Hungry when pizza will be ready. Michael, not too much longer now. I think we're coming along pretty good. That link may or may not be the pizza. May or may not be the Lefse. I think it is the Lefse though. Yeah, that's it. And you gotta love the characteristics that you get. That deep, dark browning of the Lefse. That's really the characteristic I'm looking for when I make a Lefse. So we're just gonna hit this with a little shortening. Not a ton, just a little bit. That's not even a half a teaspoon. We're gonna hit it with a little bit more, I think, just to get a shimmer on the griddle. We might do it again. We may not. But Lefse just goes on. We have a nice folded up into a nice little square or whatever these things are. So it just unfolds pretty easily. Now we have a Lefse wand, Grandma Rankin's Lefse stick, so we can take a look underneath it, and we'll smack any bubbles that show up. Does that frame up all right for you guys? That looks pretty good. I suppose we could get a little closer, couldn't we? How's that look? A little better? Where'd my beer go? There it is. The smoked salmon that I did with that Lefse that I posted on the Instagram, posted the Instagram link with, it was just a Dutch fella, Neems Deal. Welcome to the show, Dutch fella. Making a little Lefse from your neck of the woods. Let's see, the recipe, excuse me for a moment, I need a warming or a cooling rack. What am I trying to say? The smoked salmon that we got in that Instagram link that I posted is a... It's like a crepe, yeah. It's like a crepe, Michael. Thanks. The smoked salmon was something that I did in a brine for about 30 minutes, and then I let it dry for about 2 hours. And then I smoked it for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours. I don't think it was more than a 2.5 pounder. It wasn't very big, just a side of a good sized salmon. If I remember right, it was about 18 inches long. I've never made a crepe. Sausage is dry. Not too dry. I think that's the result of it sitting there in fat. But that'll be fine. Ooh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Those little spots right there. That's what I want. So we'll throw this one on the cooler, on a cooling drying rack. And we'll unfold the next Lefse. That one didn't unfold the way I wanted it to. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Don't die. Oh, that's an ugly lefse. I don't know what's going on with this. That's ugly.
How'd you like to be cuddle close to me?
So lefse is
Baby,
traditionally eaten
hold
with
me
a.
tight.
I'm
I
gonna
can
move the
make
temperature
you
down a little bit.
right.
Just a little smoke coming off of
Oh,
that.
what a pretty miss. What a pretty baby. Oh, honey, I
Traditionally,
got
lefse
one
is served
just like
with
you.
a butter and cheese, or no, a butter and cinnamon and sugar. Yushukdumbe, thanks for joining the show. Cooking with the Fishes. Hope your day's going well. If you'd like to chime in the chat with what kind of temperature, what kind of weather you're seeing today, I do enjoy a little weather talk. Otherwise, we're making a lefse. We've got pizza. That's the pizza dough is more than risen to the occasion. So it is sweet, not savory. Yeah, it's actually lefse is just a little bit chewy. It's more chewy than you would like think it would be from the look of it. The potato and the kneading of the dough make it a little bit more, like I said, chewy. And I think the reason, well, the reason I like it is because when you're eating a lefse with butter and cinnamon, it gives you a filling type of feeling without eating a lot of food at all. Like I said, there's only about there's less than 70 calories in each one of these things. Okay, so I've obviously screwed up by putting a paper towel under those. This is not turning out the way I wanted it to turn out. Looking ahead, is there too much moisture in that? Is that why I'm having problems? I think there's too much moisture in that. That's why I'm having problems. Like a flat pita bread, Michael, exactly. Little thinner. Well, I guess you said flat pita bread, so you win the most descriptive comment that I missed for the day. It's the gluten. You're probably right. It's probably the gluten that makes it the chewy, how as chewy as it is. Yum. Thank you, Tabby Catsy. It's pretty delicious. And as a low-calorie wrap, something that you cannot be ashamed of eating, ever. The Norwegians don't get many things wrong. There's a question about lutefisk, but most everything else is delicious. I guess we could try to make lutefisk. We're not going to do a fishing show probably until 2018. How long have we been up? Exclamation point up time. Whoops, don't know how to spell today. Exclamation point up time. 2 hours, 35 minutes, 49 seconds. How did you become so knowledgeable in cooking? Well, that's a good question. I'm a fat kid with high blood pressure and I spent a lot of time, an exceeding amount of time in my mom's kitchen, my grandma's kitchen, my other grandma's kitchen, um, and in those kitchens were people that lived during the 70s when they were having kids and in college making food from scratch, and grandparents that were in the Depression that made everything from scratch because they didn't walk into a grocery and see Cheez-Its or Snickers as the first thing that walked in. They walked into a grocery and they saw eggs, and maybe not eggs, but flour and sugar. And also, growing up with them, we ate a lot of junk food because that was the culture, and still is the culture. But that doesn't mean we didn't kick back and spend 2+ hours on the weekends and weeknights, some occasionally, creating delicious dishes. This lefse Grandma Rankin made traditionally for Christmas. Pizza was something we always made when Grandpa Fisher always made when we were having bigger than normal parties with relatives. But it wasn't the highlight of the weekend or the meal. The highlights were typically bigger dishes like or bigger meals like turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and creamed corn or baked corn with oysters in it. So when we'd visit Grandpa's, we would typically have one of those giant meals with turkey or beef in it. Not normally pork, but sometimes there'd be a ham. And then we'd always have a meal of pizza. And this is his recipe that we've got for the pizza dough. And if you want that recipe, it's free and right there on Pastebin. Open source pizza, if you will. SW Begetter. I can do this. Begetreten. If it's German, I pronounce the first part wrong. Like what you see, consider hosting, and I'll host you right back. Thank you, Nightbot. You're very courteous as a robot. Alright, I think I'm going to go a little bit higher on the temperature here, between 375 and 400. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, James. Bond. James Bond. We're making a little lefse. So that's what we got on the iron right here. Oh no, what happened here? These are not even gonna come apart, I bet. Are they? That one might. How about this guy? Alright, so I'll probably have to rework a couple of those. Awesome, man. Thanks for the recipes. You know, in the Upler, if you go !commands, there's all sorts of recipes in there. Ad-free recipes that we've done them all on the show, and they're pretty delicious, to say the very least. I don't know what all of the commands are. There you go. There's a list. So we've done Able Skeevers, beef sausage, burger buns, a hoagie roll, lefse pizza, roast beef, sweet dough. Sweet dough is very versatile dough that we can make our runs out of, or we can make breakfast rolls out of, or we can make onion bread out of, like a twist onion bread. That's a really good. What's next? Roast beef. That's just a generic roast beef recipe, and it's probably not even accurate. I should change it, but it'll give you a pretty good idea. What is this roast beef recipe actually? I just want to look at it real quick. Well, yeah, that's not what I would. The first 3 lines I would do that, but I wouldn't do the rest of it. That's exactly what I want there. I think one of the problems here is that I'm not cooking this at the right temperature. The real way to do a roast beef, especially the smaller ones that I've been buying, is to do the first 3 lines of that recipe for sure. But the last line is just your weight times 5 minutes a pound at 500 degrees, and shut your oven off. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little rework here. Nothing too crazy, we're just gonna do a little rework here. Move that out of the way. I think it's too hot in this kitchen. And that could be partially the blame for having to rework this left side. This happened the last time I did it, but it didn't happen until the last left side I had on the plate. So yeah, like I was saying, that roast beef recipe is just a do the first 3 lines, which is oil season wrap and put it in your fridge overnight. But from there, preheat your oven to 500 degrees, and from there place your beef, which is at room temperature because you got it out before you put it in, a couple hours before you put it in the oven, and you put it in the oven for 5 minutes a pound. Then you shut the oven off and wait 90 plus minutes. That's a little heavy. I'll change that for tomorrow's show. Let's see what else is on there. The pizza recipe is the dough we used today. What's not on the pizza recipe is the sauce recipe, so I'll add sauce. I can add sauce right now. Actually, let me finish this lefse and I can add sauce. Lefse, that's what we're doing now. Hoagie, that's a really easy hoagie. Like if you want to make a roll like a Subway roll, if you were going to go to Subway and get a white foot long. Burger buns are just a regular old hamburger bun that you would use at a barbecue picnic for a burger or for a tasty In-N-Out or for a Sloppy Joe. Beef sausage is the sausage we've got over here, which crumbled pretty good. It's got a pretty good taste to it too. And then Able Skeevers are traditional, gosh, it's Scandinavian, but I can't remember what country it came from. If anybody knows, post in the chat. Where'd my lefse stick go? Here it is. Not enough. And as we progress with the show, we'll add more recipes. Annual skeevers are Danish. Thank you, Freeware Pirate.